وكانوا بين كل الناس هم السادات والأخيار.
وكانوا بين كل الناس هم السادات والأخيار.
هم السادات والأخيار. متى نصحو وقد دق الردى الأجراس؟ متى نصحو؟ متى يا أمة المليار؟
متى نصحو
وقد دق الردى الأجراس؟
متى نصحو؟
متى يا أمة المليار تعود لصبحنا الأنفاس ونعلي راية المختار؟
تعود لصبحنا الأنفاس ونعلي راية المختار.
ونعلي راية المختار. هنا مروا وكانوا قدوة للناس. هنا مروا وكانوا قادة أطهار.
هنا مروا
وكانوا قدوة للناس.
هنا مروا
وكانوا قادة أطهار. فيهم رقة الإحساس، فيهم جذوة الأحرار.
فيهم رقة الإحساس، فيهم جذوة الأحرار.
وفيهم جذوة الأحرار.
هنا مروا
خطاهم في الدجى نبراس.
هنا مروا
عطاهم طيب الآثار. وكانوا بين كل الناس هم السادات والأخيار.
وكانوا بين كل الناس هم السادات والأخيار.
هم السادات والأخيار. متى نصحو وقد دق الردى الأجراس؟ متى نصحو؟ متى يا أمة المليار؟
متى نصحو
وقد دق الردى الأجراس؟
متى نصحو؟
متى يا أمة المليار تعود لصبحنا الأنفاس ونعلي راية المختار؟
تعود لصبحنا الأنفاس ونعلي راية المختار.
ونعلي راية المختار. هنا مروا وكانوا قدوة للناس. هنا مروا وكانوا قادة أطهار.
هنا مروا
وكانوا قدوة للناس.
هنا مروا
وكانوا قادة أطهار. فيهم رقة الإحساس، فيهم جذوة الأحرار.
فيهم رقة الإحساس، فيهم جذوة الأحرار.
وفيهم جذوة الأحرار.
هنا مروا
خطاهم في الدجى نبراس.
هنا مروا
عطاهم طيب الآثار. وكانوا بين كل الناس هم السادات والأخيار.
وكانوا بين كل الناس هم السادات والأخيار.
هم السادات والأخيار. متى نصحو وقد دق الردى الأجراس؟ متى نصحو؟ متى يا أمة المليار؟
متى نصحو
وقد دق الردى الأجراس.
متى نصحو
متى يا أمة المليار تعود لصبحنا الأنفاس ونعلي راية المختار؟
تعود لصبحنا الأنفاس ونعلي راية المختار.
ونعلي راية المختار.
Well, we're here today to watch the game between Euphoria and Phoenix. I'm here with Infinite Void doing the paneling, and later we'll commentate with Sepulga. So, what is your Infinite Void? What is your opinion about these two teams playing today?
I think it's going to be an interesting game. Both teams, from my side, I think they're pretty evenly matched. It's just a battle to see who has the better synergy in this instance. Yeah, so it's interesting that because a lot of these players play together, so it's very interesting to see how they might either know like each other's rotation style and each other's picks. And yeah, I'm very interested to see how they play.
Yes, you did mention to me before the stream that these players quite know each other, and the squads play together quite a lot. You said they're basically together as squad. So I think it will be interesting seeing each other's picks, knowing what each other's heroes are that they are best at, knowing what to stay away from. I think this would be quite interesting.
Yeah, definitely. So they're all in the same squad at some point, and eventually they end up having two squads. So I don't think there's any animosity amongst the squads. It's just strictly usually what happens when squads want different teams. So yeah. So in saying that, I think that knowing what each player doesn't pick is much more important. For example, if you know that you're gonna leave the Nolan open because no one on the enemy team plays Nolan, it gives you a bit more room to ban something specific to something catered towards a specific person, like the Clint, because Kaizen actually plays the Clint. That's actually why they're banning the Clint in this instance.
Yes, they obviously that is a target ban, so something that they're quite scared of facing, or not something they're really that comfortable. So,
And,
uh,
yeah,
so maybe we see the Nolan and the Martyrs getting through, or even the Mathilda in the ban phases so far, which would be interesting.
yeah, I see that Phoenix hasn't banned yet. I think they got a bit flustered with the Clint ban. I think that might have thrown a bit off their focus away. I think they weren't expecting that. In this instance, we see that two marksman centered bans. It's very. I think they're targeting a specific person or two specific people on their team. So now that leaves a lot of heroes. Leaves Nolan open. It is Martyrs open. Leaves a lot of broken heroes open. But the real question is whether or not they're comfortable in those heroes. So maybe that's why they're not banned.
Yes, I agree with you there. I think but they go for the Valia, not the Nolan or the Martyrs. So I was even thinking Angelo, which is quite a strong hero still in the meta, which a lot of players pick up as a first pick.
No, another fun fact is that Kaizen also plays Valir. So they banned his Clint and they picked his Valir. So maybe that was catered specifically towards him. He is the leader of Phoenix, so maybe throwing his entire draft up. Oh, there's the Martyrs. I see the Martyrs went through. So those very two good picks coming in from Phoenix side.
Yes, and they pick up the Martyrs and the Valentina. Two very great picks for me. I think it's a bit early for the Valentina. Maybe forcing the side of Euphoria not to get heroes with good ults, for her to say. But
Yeah,
looks like looks like we're maybe going to see the Ixia or the Fredrin or the Barats. The Barats would be something very interesting. Oh, but we see the Thanos.
Yeah, it would have been interesting to see the Barats. I haven't really seen the Barats. I mean, they are gonna give Barats a little revamp / buff later on, but Barats is still a decent hero, and especially I feel like it might be a bit difficult for him to catch the Martyrs who can easily just dash away from him, and the Valentina. So I think he got a bit worried there about how he might be able to catch those heroes. Uh, Angela is still open. Angela and Florin they are still open, and we know that S5 usually plays Angela and Florin in those two heroes. So yeah, so far I think both teams are gonna go up for the healing type support rather than an actual tank. I think that's the type of route both teams are going for.
Yes, it's actually quite interesting. None of the sides have really picked up the XP laner or the ropes. Both leaving that for last. And you can see how good the side of Phoenix knows the side of Euphoria, and immediately that Thamus is going jungle. Not even thinking for banning out the zone. And the
definitely.
Sorry, Infinite Void?
No, definitely. The Xborg and I think again it just shows how much they know each other, and the Yuzong is specifically catered towards Madness, who does play that. He also plays Terizla, so I think they know exactly where each person is going. I wonder if they're actually in the same group chat discussing these picks. That would be very interesting to see how the group chat conversation might have gone before this. Oh, we see a second mage being circled here by S5, so I'm not sure what's happening here. Maybe they might pick it. I'm assuming a heal tap hero is coming, but I could be wrong.
They could maybe look at the Valia row possibly as well. It would be interesting. It's not something that I see gets picked up a lot. But it would be interesting pick from their side. And the Minsets are from the side of Phoenix. Oh, and they do. So it is the Valia row probably.
It is a Valia. I wouldn't call it a terrible hero to have. Maybe they got worried about Valentina having a useful ult. Maybe that's why they picked up the Xavier as the last pick. But I do like the Terizla coming in, but I'm just not sure how the Terizla matches up against the Mincy. How do you think?
The Terizla, he might struggle against the Mincy, but I also see that is a very good engage ult for the side of, if they went for the Xavier, they are basically forcing the Valentina to go for the penalties though from Terizla, which is not such a bad ult because it does provide quite a lot of CC. Actually, in the Minotaur can basically follow up on each other. Three great ults basically on the side of Phoenix so far.
Yeah, I
Well,
think Phoenix is a pretty good draft here, mostly because I think picking that Valentina pretty early made Euphoria a bit worried about picking a hero like Mino. So that's actually a double-edged sword. So they couldn't pick the Minotaur because they already had a Valentina, but then Phoenix were able to pick the Minotaur because of it. So they have, in terms of draft purely, I'd give it to Phoenix, but I would have to see how both teams do. So over up to you and Sip. But so far, who do you think, whilst the game is loading, which draft do you prefer here?
I do prefer the side of Phoenixes as well. I just think maybe a bit outdrafted. I'm not that big of a fan of the Valier Rome. I can see it working. Don't get me wrong, but I just think the Minotaur is going to be a lot better and offer a lot more team fight.
Yeah, I think Teresa needs to be in the action actually to be useful. And if you have a hero like Melissa, Martis, Mincy, it's very, very, very difficult for him to actually do anything because he is a hero that needs to be in your face. And if he's not super close to the enemy, he does struggle quite a bit. So I'm a bit worried about how the Tamus might do in team fights, but we have to see how the game goes. So yeah, over to you, Sip, and both. Good luck to both teams.
Okay, no,
Okay, cool.
thank you, Nigel. Awesome, awesome.
seconds
We're
till
gonna
the
see
enemy
some
reaches
AFK
the
action starting out from
Smash
Euphoria
them.
here. No, I think we're all right back into the game. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so I think I like Phoenix's draft a little bit more here if we're gonna get started with predictions here. I think the Martyrs is such a strong pick, and you can never go wrong with this hero. Yeah, and I think this Valentina should have a really nice time taking a few ultis like the penalty zone. So yeah, that's my opinion of that.
Yes, I do think it's very interesting. The mage of Euphoria just a bit late, but he should maybe still be able to get to. I'm not quite sure.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay.
But the side of Phoenix definitely getting this lethal wonder for themselves in, having a bit more map control.
Yeah, they do get this Little Wanderer, a bit more map control, and of course the extra XP boost in terms of the jungle. Getting that level 4 a bit faster than usual. Gonna see, a bit of a brawl in the bottom lane actually. Big harass coming out by Madness. Okay, and also a brawl in the top lane here. Oh, the Stamens has reached his level 4, so he might be able to chase down this Valentina at the moment. But Minotaur in the way to sort of protect her ally. Oh, but actually in the back, I think Minotaur must have landed a hook onto this Terizla and got a free kill for himself there.
Yes, I think the Terizla might be a bit too aggressive, trying to keep the Minotaur in the back, and the Minotaur just getting good hook and catching me on the tower with the stun as well.
Yeah, sure. Okay, we're gonna see again. Bit of just harassing coming up between both teams, waiting for that turtle to start spawning, as well as some recall action as well on the side. But yeah, I'm quite keen to see how this first turtle fight goes. It's been a little bit passive so far. Oh, actually,
Ixia might be in trouble.
No, I think it's the Martis in danger. No, okay. Ixia makes it out alive. Martis almost goes down to the tower. But yeah, Ixia gonna be making our final the gank, except in the middle lane. Actually, Minotaur gets a hook onto the Xavier most likely. Pops the King's Calling as well, and gets the kill onto the mid laner. Ooh. And Turtle cleanly secured by Mom Spaghetti on his stammers as well.
Yes. Very good start from both teams. Oh, and this Minotaur might be in trouble here.
Oh, actually,
and he does fall.
He does fall to the Stammers, who has level 5 at this point. Sorry about the camera movement. I'm basically missing all the fights here. I'm almost as bad as Jake. No, I'm kidding, Jake. Okay, we're gonna see a bit more brawling coming out from both teams, but again, just a bit of a disengage.
Yeah, better passive play. I don't think any team wants to overcommit at this stage. Jungler's basically just farming up. So,
Bottom lane, actually.
but that's
Bit of a brawl again. I keep saying the word brawl. This isn't brawl. This is a draft pick game, not a brawl game. But anyway, Martis almost is level 6 on his side, but Thammers a little bit far ahead of him by a few, just a little XP, has a slight advantage. But in fact, actually, the Stamens will be getting the blue buff as well, so he will be actually quite significantly ahead of this Martis.
yes. Interesting ult. The Valentina took the Xavier ult. It's a very interesting ult. Maybe she wants to look for the snipes when the enemies are low.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's pretty good. It's probably a decent amount of damage, right? And obviously, gets you those long range kills if you ever need to finish someone off.
It should work on a yes. Luckily, it's not the enhanced ult that you usually get with Xavier. So the spear.
Oh, the
if
spear,
I
the
can
spear,
call it-
and the King's calling it straight away into the middle lane, onto the Xavier once again. Valentina actually steals up the kill this time. Okay, Marcus also wants to go in there with a Mortal Coil a little bit there, and Thammers clearing up the tank for himself with the Quartrant Inferno. I think that's what it's called. Can anyone just confirm with me what the Thammers ulti is called? Anyway, he's going to get the Retribution comes out a bit early from the Martyrs, and Thammers will secure it for himself. Oh, the penalty zone actually misses out completely, but a good fight for Euphoria at the moment.
Yes, Euphoria making quite a statement here. Being 2 kills down in the earlier game but coming back. Getting all the turtles. Oh,
Yeah, there it is. There's the fight happening in the middle.
good.
Oh, and Thammers actually getting straight in under tower, but he blows up the Martyrs before he can actually. I mean, he'll be out fine as well. Mom Spaghetti styling on them with the the recalls. Also, I'm really sorry, guys. My phone is overheating as hell. This might be a problem in the long run. That's why I actually turned on the graphics a little bit. So if the frame rate
this Melissa might catch us Ixia.
Oh yeah, the Melissa. The top lane.
But the Valentina gets it.
Oh, the Valentina.
Xavier ult.
Yeah, with the Xavier ult actually snipes the Melissa. I mean the Ixia straight away. You're right. So maybe in the end that steal of the ultimate did pay off.
Yes, if I remember correctly, Xavier ult is also called the Forsaken Light.
Forsaken Light. Yes, that's the one. Forsaken Life stolen by this Valentina for all that kill. Beautifully done. Okay, oh, here we go. Thammers actually pops the Inferno, going straight for these 2 kills here. He's very, very large, so he's not afraid to go straight into it. Okay, he's gonna get gone on though. A bit of a gank happening, and the decimation. It cuts off any sort of further attempts from the Thammers.
Maybe just overextending a little bit too far and getting ganked up by the 4 people there.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna see both teams gonna reset a little bit here. The Madness looking to maybe contest this blue buff, and no. Martyrs will have free reign to take that. Alright, Turtle being spawned up now though. Maybe we're gonna see a fight starting soon.
How do you think this Valia is going to do in the fights? With these turtle fights here?
Okay, Shantae, this is the first game that I've mentioned my phone overheating. So stay with me. Okay, we're gonna see. Oh, actually, Martyrs secures the retribution onto the turtle for himself, but the King's Calling is on top as well. Actually, Phoenix doing a really good job of controlling this team fight as well as the penalty zone onto this Valentina. She does have it for herself as well if she wants to retaliate back with it. But yeah, I mean, I think we're good. I think Phoenix definitely winning a fight for themselves, making their lead a bit bigger for them in this game so far.
Yes, the side of Phoenix doing quite well. The Shrizla might look to maybe get this turret, yeah?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Oh, he might not be there in time. Oh yeah, he gets it with that last hit. All right, he wants to just be a bit.
Oh, and the penalty zone.
Penalty zone as well. I think he wants to go for this kill as much as he can, but no, the Minstar just gonna walk out quite nice and cleanly. Even recalls on him, but he can't recall with that thing back on. Unfortunately, there he goes. He goes out. Oh, actually, in the top lane, the tower gets destroyed by this Martyrs and gang. Okay, oh, a bit of more fighting happening here. Oh, but the Minotaur, he wanted to go in, but he gets pushed back by the wall, the flaming wall of Valir. So a bit of a failed initiation. At least he didn't click his ulti just yet at that time.
I do think it actually worked out quite well for the Minotaur, because the Ixia also popped the full barrage, and he was just pushed out as you did pop the full barrage.
Okay.
So
yeah.
maybe that saved the Minnow.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Melissa might be in a bit of trouble,
yeah. She's in a bit of danger, but she does have the go away. I think that's what the ultimate's called, or something. Something along the lines of go away or be pushed away. But we're gonna see.
I think it is called the go away, yes.
Okay.
Both teams circling up here in mid.
Oh yeah, they're both basically 5 man in the middle here, but we're gonna see Teresa does go back for his lane at that given time. Okay. Lord spawning out right now, though.
Marty's just pulling it a bit to his side. But does reset it. They go for this Minotaur.
Oh, yeah, he's actually in. Oh, they actually catch this this Terizla. And the Martyr's ultimate stolen by Valentina. I mean, what am I talking about? That is the Martyr's. I thought it looked, in my opinion, it looked like the Martyr's. Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about, honestly. The penalty zone straight away in onto this Ixia. They get the kill cleanly. Yeah, I'm tripping. I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, again, Phoenix winning great fights for themselves right now.
This Lord should be free for them
wait,
as well.
Martys, he needs to be quite careful. He's going to get taken out by the Lord at that point. I think this might be contestable for the side of Euphoria, since Martys is sort of dying to the Lord. Forsaken Light in. But,
but the Mincy and the Martys are both very low.
They need to be so careful. They need this Valentina to tank a little bit more. Martys in the strike range of Lord here, but he does get the Retribution. Securing it for his team. Very close one. A bit of a nail biter in terms of making. Does this Martys live this Lord fight?
It's very close, but he played that quite well.
Yeah, he did play that very well. They were kiting out that Lord quite nicely. Oh my god, my frame rate, guys. I need to make a plan about this pretty soon. But yeah, so I guess excuse me if the first game is going to be a little bit laggy in terms of the frame rate. The second game, I'll have the time to sort of make a plan with maybe get a fan into my onto my phone.
Side of Phoenix that is looking for a fight here at the top side.
Oh yeah, they're going straight. Wait, 5-man into this middle tower. They should be able to secure it for themselves relatively quickly. As well as Terizla pushing out the bottom lane, making sure they don't lose that bottom tower. But he does need to be back quite soon in order to take a really big team fight here. He does go for the bit of an interesting choice by this Terizla. He does have the Vengeance instead of the Flicker.
It should increase his survivability, but I do think it takes away of him making some extra sets.
Ooh, they get the mid tower as well. Okay, gonna be starting out a little bit here. The Lord is knocking on the door of Euphoria right now, but they don't really get the tower in the end. Euphoria with a decent base defense. All right, Mr. Hunted Slayer, you're more than welcome to come onto voice chat and show me how you would commentate this match, by the way. Anyway, we're gonna see the decimation straight away in. Oh, but he gets taken out. The Martys gets taken out by the tower. Okay, there we go. The Ixia, the full barrage, is actually doing quite a lot of work right now. Takes care of the Minotaur with a double kill for this Minotaur as well.
I think it was the Minotaur which died in the double kill there.
Ooh, oh yeah, true. Sorry, my brain's not working today, Fluffy. Okay, I'm sorry. But anyway, that was a really good fight for the side of Euphoria, actually getting some really good comeback kills.
Definitely. I do think they are looking for the Valentina to maybe get the shutdown kill on her as well, mate. But the side of Euphoria definitely making a come back, keeping the gold lead. The economy is very, very close to each other. Not more than a 2k difference at the stage of the game.
Yeah, for sure. I think that Euphoria definitely have a really good chance of winning this. As I was talking about with this Terizla's Vengeance, I think not having access to that flicker is going to be a bit of a waste of potential there coming out from his hero. I think that's what they really need in these team fights. But anyway, you got to do what you got to do here, and we got to just play with the. I'm sure we're going to see some pretty decent penalty zones regardless.
Yes, from both sides.
Oh, there's the hook.
Oh,
the petrify. Onto Valia. Actually, a great pick-off coming out from Phoenix here. Terizla, also in a lot of danger. He's going to pop the Vengeance to try and stay alive as much as he can. He's really tanky, though. There's the penalty zone. It's on to about 3, but he's going to try and lie still up with the Bloodlust Axe. Oh, no, there we go. We're going to see the King's calling as well. My phone is dying from this team fight. I'm so sorry. But damn. Oh, another penalty zone by this Valentina onto the minions. I think that's probably a bit of an interesting one, but maybe it's for that wave clear.
Just wanting the waves to push in as quick as possible.
Oh, but the Dawning Light!
Oh, but there's Xavier!
Very close by the Xavier ultimate. Dawning Light almost getting the Lord kill. But I think they had the retribution to work with.
Gets very close coming from the side of Euphoria, but Phoenix doing so well in these team fights out of Euphoria's base.
Okay, yeah, sorry, Jake. I got you. Anyway, we're gonna see Valentina actually taking the blue buff away from the from Euphoria here. Pretty decent move. Oh, not taking it for a stop. I think Valentina with blue buff is very, very strong. Extra cooldown reduction with that with those long CD ultimates.
Yes, it does help quite a lot. Up. For not really pushing with the minions at this... Oh, sorry, Phoenix, not really pushing with the minions at this side. More focusing on the jungle of Euphoria.
Okay, I think I've got some ice left in my fridge. After this game's done, I'll go back it in. But, yeah. Okay, we're gonna see. Martis gets there. Okay, they easily secure the bottom tower, tier 2 tower for their team. And I think they want to maybe look for some more. Lord will be spawning in about 2 minutes though, so that I think. But I think Phoenix is relatively safe to make some risky plays because they have so much tower advantage at the moment. I guess the biggest worry for them is if the marksman, this Ixia, gets a bit too much gold, so it might be an issue. But I think they're relatively
It looks
safe.
like they will go for the stops. They are going for the stops, and they
But
do
there's the
get it.
barrage.
Oh, and the
barrage.
Minoan Fury.
But the Minoan Fury lands on 2. They're in a bit of danger on Euphoria. They need to back off for now. But the Minotaur actually overextended a little bit there. Killing spree for this Ixia right now. Oh, there it is. The King's Calling actually locks down the side of Euphoria really, really well. But it's still a double kill for the Ixia right now. The Thamus is doing as much as he can, but he's going to get taken out by the Martyrs as well. Double kill for this Valentina. Ixia on her last legs here, but the Dawning Light connects. But finally, the Valentina finishes off this Ixia, who's doing so much damage. And that's a triple kill for the Valentina of her own.
I'd be quite interested to see if the Xavier goes for the ult and tries to hit the Valentina. Maybe it does have it up.
Ooh, my phone is not liking this. But yeah, here we go. Yeah, I think that this is a Valia Rome, which I didn't talk about earlier.
Yes, I was actually asking your opinion at a stage. What do you think about it? Do you think it's helping the side of Euphoria?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I really feel about it. I mean, I haven't really seen its impact so far this game, other than pushing back that Minoan Fury a bit earlier. Well, before the Minoan Fury even came out earlier. But other than that, I haven't seen too many great plays coming out from him. I think it's not too bad for the high ground. I feel like it's going to help them to secure their high ground a bit easier this time.
Yes, I do. I do think the side of Euphoria definitely going to try and contest this next Lord. Does look like they are setting up. The Shariza and this Valentina is scrimming it out a bit. She does use a penalty zone to get out.
Ooh, yeah. Gonna see the Lord. It's standing tall. Wait, oh, there's the King's Calling actually onto the Stamers. If the Stamers goes down, it's actually going to be a really big problem for the side of Euphoria. He's going to go down in the end. Minoan Fury also committed. Just to make sure that jungler goes down now. This Lord will be pretty much free for the side of Phoenix.
Very good fight coming out from the side of Phoenix there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay. Lord taken out ever so swiftly by the side of Phoenix. We've got 2 more towers to get through though, and even though it's an enhanced Lord, it's still there's no tower for it to charge. So it's up to Euphoria to defend these last 2 turrets with all they've got. And if all that fails, just stick to the base and make sure that base doesn't fall. Okay, yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen.
They do get the mid turret. But say the side of Euphoria does have some very good wave clear with this Xavier and this Valia as well, and the Ixia.
Yeah. Okay, actually, Athena Shield finished off on this Terizla, so he can actually be a little bit more in the front line at the moment against this Xavier, who's pumping out so much magic damage at the moment. There, Lord knocking on the tower at the top. I think the Dawning Light also wanted to clear it up a little bit. Lord is actually really, really tanky right now. He's not dying so fast. There's the full barrage, but it's not really onto too many people. The King's Calling. It shuts down actually. Shut down.
Oh, the Minoan Fury.
Oh, the Minoan Fury actually lands on multiple people, but the game is over at that point already. GG. Phoenix do take game 1 for themselves in this best of 3 series coming tonight.
Very good game coming out from the side of both teams, but yeah, the side of Phoenix is dominating a bit more. And that Valentina pick really working out for them.
Yeah. Just a heads up. There will be a giveaway held closer to tonight. It'll be in the giveaways channel. This will be for a Starlight membership, so make sure later tonight you pay attention to that channel. You could stand a chance to win another Starlight membership coming out from Equilibrium. And then tomorrow we will also be having a Discord Nitro giveaway, so stay tuned for that as well. And then I think I'm gonna hand it back to our panel while I go get an ice pack for my phone. So over to you guys again.
Infinite Void, what is your opinion about the game that we just witnessed?
Yeah, like I mentioned in the beginning of the game, it was significantly harder for the Thamus to actually do anything in that game. It was an anti-dive comp. Thamus isn't a terrible hero at the moment. But Thamus isn't a terrible hero right now at the moment, but he does work best if he's picked last, if the enemy doesn't know it's coming. And I did see that he was using the Killing Spree emblem, which isn't a terrible emblem to have, but then when you need to get kills for your emblem to be useful, it is a bit more difficult for you to have that hero. So in that instance, it wasn't necessarily the best hero to have in that game. Yeah, and just the problem, they didn't really have a frontliner. So didn't have someone to engage as opposed to, let's say, on the side of Phoenix, they had the Minty for engage, they had the Minnow for engage. They had two frontline heroes that can actually take a bit more damage. Valeria isn't a terrible hero again. It's just that a lot of the heroes that they picked this time were a bit situational, but not right for this specific type of game. So I think they just got outdrafted there. I think they were focused a bit on targeting Clint and 1-1, targeting a specific person as opposed to maybe how they are going to react with certain heroes. Like they had the Martyrs to pick them. They could themselves pick the Martyrs in that instance, but they just didn't do it. I think maybe in the next game they do have second pick. They can maybe counter pick the enemy team. I saw that the Xavier was a pretty good pick there. The Xavier player did pretty well, but Xavier could have worked maybe a bit better if he was working with someone that could set him up, as opposed to the Valio. So yeah, I just think they were a bit too squishy and didn't have enough frontline heroes for the team fights. Maybe that worked against them. So what do you think? What do you think they need to change up for the next game?
Like you mentioned about the Valero, definitely it's not a bad pick, but I do agree with you, it's a bit more situational. I would personally have gone for a bit more of a tank or something that can do a lot of more sets, if I can put it like that. Like the side of Phoenix had, like you as said as well, the Minnow with them no Inferi, the King's Calling on the side of the Minotaur. And they even had, the Valentina even took the penalty zone a few times to take into the fight. So they had so much set potential on the side of Phoenix, where the only side of Euphoria, they only had the Charisma really to depend on to go in on the fight. So I think maybe get a bit more CC on their side, control the fights a bit more, and it can maybe go in their favor. But yeah, very good.
I think it wouldn't be so obvious, but I think the Valentina played an important role in that game, because it also affected how Euphoria were drafting, because they weren't able to pick set heroes because they were very scared of the Valentina having that out. So maybe it's either they're gonna have to pick or ban the Valentina themselves, so that their draft actually makes a bit more sense. In theory, having a Valir out and having a Thamus out and having a Xavier out is not exactly the best things for Valentina to have. It actually works against their favor. But then if you don't have any other set heroes either, it also works against you. So I guess thinking about what to do with that Valentina, I'm interested to see if they're actually going to go for the same banning of the Clint and the 1-1. Or are they actually going to take their draft a bit more differently this time around?
Okay, are we guys ready, by the way? I think.
Yeah, we're ready. We're just
Okay,
waiting for the team to start.
I think we're ready to go. Do we know who this green TFP guy is?
No. If you're uncertain, just kick. I do not think. I think Jake is there. Fluff is there. Yeah, if you're uncertain, just kick.
Oh wait, is Jake meant to be here? I don't think so. Really, no. Okay.
Yeah, so it's.
I think we're ready to go. That's our new commentator, by the way. So he'll be joining me in the next cast. So if that's all right with you guys. Okay, so I'm ready to start up the game. Okay, good luck with the panel, guys.
Alright. Yeah, so in this game, Phoenix does have the first pick, first ban. So I'm interested to see how they do their draft. I think for Euphoria to take this, I think they need to just pick heroes that work well together. Having maybe an Angela and a Florian or something that works well with the Tamus. Tamus isn't a terrible hero again. You just need someone to either back him up. The Estes would have been a good pick. I just think they need someone to go frontline. I see that they're banning the Yuzong straight away.
Just getting rid of the Yuzong, maybe it's something they're quite scared of on the side. I think it was banned in both games so far.
I didn't.
In the second one as well. And getting rid of the Valentina for the side of Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm very happy with the Valentina ban there from Phoenix. I think it's more for respect ban, and it allows their draft to open up a bit. I think the Yuzong specifically targeting Madness, who did play, he did play Terizla. He did well in winning his lane early game, but just that the longer the game went, the Mincy was actually more useful in the teams because like the Mincy was able to be more instrumental in the team fight. Terizla is good for like an engage, but that was their only engage hero, and then that left them susceptible. As soon as he died, just basically, it was over for them. So I see another one ban here.
Yeah, the 1-1. I do like the 1-1 ban. She is quite strong in the current meta. And if she gets her ult off in late game, it really can turn the fight for your team as well. So I do understand why they still going for that. Yeah, sorry, Infinite Void?
Yeah, I'm saying Martis again is open. I wonder if they're gonna pick it. Are they gonna go for the Martis or the Clint in this instance?
Among the planes,
Oh, they go for
they
the
go for the
E.
equilibrium.
Yeah.
Which I was
I think they're opting for a strong mid lane presence here. I think I like their draft so far. Hopefully, Ruby's not a bad hero. But just I think Ruby a bit early. It's a bit early for Ruby. I'm not saying it's a bad hero. Just saying in terms of meta, it's a bit more difficult to figure out how. I mean, the Ruby's probably going XP, but like they're more better heroes right now for XP. It's not a terrible hero again. I just think it's more for comfort pick.
Need some stitches?
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think Ruby's a bit more of a comfort pick. We are maybe going to see the Clint here. I do like the Eve pick up very well from the side of Phoenix here. She did get a small buff in the previous patch. Not a buff, but that helps us slow. But we see the Olaf getting picked up.
That's another hero I forgot about. Arlet is pretty good right now. It is interesting to see that he has Flame Shot instead of Petrify. But Arlet's a pretty good hero.
Just a button there. Flame Shot actually triggers his passive. If you guys didn't know.
Oh, it's probably. I see. I haven't played what do you call this, Arlet since the nerf. But like, it's pretty good for him, I guess. And a hero that's actually always banned in MPL. It's just that in server you hardly see him banned, you hardly see him picked. So I'll be interested to see how they utilize him in this game.
But they do pick up the higher, which does run very well into the E.
Again, here I guess it depends on how they. I think they're switching roles again. Madness is no longer on the XP; he's going jungle, and then Mom Spaghetti is no longer on jungle; he's going marksman. I see that they made a sub. I think Pegasus wasn't playing the last game, right?
I'm not completely sure. Getting rid of the Atlas on the side of Phoenix. Very interesting. Both teams haven't picked up their roam yet.
Oh yeah, they did make a sub. They changed out S5, who was playing the Xavier, for Pegasus. So they actually swapped out the MVP for a new player. I wonder, I think maybe that might work well in their favor or against them. Just not sure how that might have fit their synergy. I think they have a plan for it though. Assassin like Hayabusa needs to get back in the back line. It does allow him to get closer to the Eve and maybe the Clint, but it is difficult to mount heroes like I see the last two picks here, the Fred and the Halos. Make this a bit more difficult game for the Hayabusa.
We might see the Tig, which is also a very good pick.
Yeah, I think if they pick Tig, it's just going to be disastrous for Euphoria. But they do have the Melissa and they do have the Loyi, which might allow them to do a lot more flanking, a lot more coordinated attacks. They're definitely not going to win out straight up team fights like 5v5. I think it's more of a pick-off comp here because if you have a Fred, if you have a Tig, if you have an Arlet, so many heroes that work well with each other, and especially the Eve who just insists that mid lane dominance. So I think so far it's just a bit the draft leaning towards Phoenix, but you do see that Euphoria does have something else up their sleeve. I think they only have one more hero, which is their Roma. They went for Diggy.
I was actually hoping for that pick coming through because I thought that Diggy would actually be very work quite well for them in this lineup. Because the Arlots and the Tick should work very well together, but the Digger would help his team escape quite easy, even with the Evolve.
I just think they're a bit squishy.
Digger?
I think they're a bit squishy, but it can work if the Hayabusa does manage to get his farm and does manage to land those early game kills. It's going to be a very good game for them. But if he doesn't manage to get overly farmed, if he gets invaded, something along those lines, anything that disrupts his farm, it might be a bit more difficult. I see he doesn't have, he has Season Hunter, so he will be able to clear his jungle a bit faster here. But I'm just worried about how well he might be able to get to the backline. But you can never doubt a Hayabusa, right?
Yeah, I agree with you there. Such a strong early game, or not a strong early game, but a very good mid lane. He's very good in the mid game. Sorry, my tongue's not working with me. And he can definitely pick up this evil, this clip. But
Definitely.
I think we can give over, or not yet. We are still loading in.
Yeah, we'll give it out to Seth now. But I think the key to victory here for Euphoria is that early game. They need to establish that early game dominance to make sure that the heroes like the Fredrin, etc. don't get those items that are needed. If they pick up Antique, it's char for them. So hopefully Phoenix have something up their sleeve. And up to you, Seth.
Okay, thank you very much. And I think we have a new special guest. This is a very good old friend of mine. His name is what should we call you today, Mr. Sir? If you're here at all, Mr. Raph is what I call you. Nope, no answer. Okay, that's just a little bit awkward. I might need to call a few friends back if you don't have your mic working too well. But yeah, I mean, I guess I can start talking about the game so far. Yeah, I really like this Fredrin pick. It's gonna be really strong into Hayabusa. I really like that matchup a lot. And Diggy, though, and talking about that Diggy, it's gonna be very, very good into that Tigreal and the Arlot. So yeah. Okay, going for Little Wanderer right now. Okay. I mean, Phoenix does take it relatively without any sort of contest. But ooh, bottom lane though. Yeah, I think in my opinion, the Clint does sort of struggle a little bit against this Melissa in the early game. But
Seth, I do have a question for you. What do you think of the steel leg plates thing? They stopped doing it, but you still think it's still a good item to have?
Yes, I think it's good. I think it's decent. I think definitely it's been nerfed quite a lot. I think if you really want something like that, I think it's better to go for Dreadnought Armor instead now because of the price increase. I think they're more similar in price, and Dreadnought Armor gives a lot more in terms of what it offers compared to steel leg plates.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, hopefully the early game goes well for Phoenix. I'm here still until our buddy decides to join us.
Until Power decides to join us. Let me see. He's just sent me a
Power
message.
is Power.
So it looks like he says that he can't talk on the VC right now. I'm gonna ask Jake to help out a bit there. So if you could give him permission to speak, that would be a good thing. But yeah. Thanks, Nigel, for helping out so far. Okay, we're gonna see the turtle actually being taken out by Phoenix right now. A bit of an early turtle. Oh, the Louis ultimate doesn't really take anybody with. Oh, the praises Raph straight away in. Raph, if you could try and talk now. Oh, he's just in another Discord channel. So okay, I'm gonna be letting Jake sort out Raph for now. I'm sure that he'll have not so much troubles in the future now. Okay, but yeah, Phoenix already they've got a really good advantage for themselves. They take the turtle down, as well as just a minor lead in terms of gold. No, actually, the gold is actually quite similar in terms of what both teams have. Okay, oh, but there we go. First blood actually goes to the Arlot, as well as the Eve ultimate. It goes straight away in. Actually, it's Eve ultimate shredding through them. The Tigreal also gets a kill for himself. Ooh, very good team fight for Phoenix right now.
So am I good now?
Oh, welcome.
Can you hear me?
Welcome, Rap. Welcome
Yo.
to Equilibrium
Yo.
Esports. While we're a little bit passive, I guess you can do a brief introduction for yourself if you want.
So I go by No Emblems, No Emblems, Easy Games. Been playing this game for a while. I've known Sip for a while as well, and I'm glad to be here.
Okay, awesome. Glad to have you here as well. This is a very good friend of mine, guys. So just bear with him. He's very toxic though. Anyway, we're gonna see. Oh, Clint a bit of in danger here. and Tigreal as well. But no. I mean, it's just a Melissa. She doesn't really have that many items, so they don't need to be too worried about that. So yeah, what do you think about these drafts, Raph?
My only question is, why didn't they pick Nolan? Nolan was busted.
True. Very, very true. That hero is definitely so strong. Even with those nerfs to him, he still seems to find a decent place in the meta with his insane damage and survivability.
Oh, you got that right.
Yeah.
But that Hayabusa pick is not a bad pick either.
Oh yeah. No, I do like the Hayabusa pick. It sort of makes sense here against the Tig's gonna have a hard time catching him without flicker. So if the Tig doesn't have the flicker, I think he should have a relatively uncontested game, especially against the Eve, who likes to stand still a lot in team fights.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right now they're just taking the turtle.
Yeah.
Uncontested right now.
Yeah, pretty, as you said, it's pretty uncontested. Euphoria not gonna have much say in terms of what they can do there. Windtalker picked up by Melissa. Actually, I don't usually see that one. What are your thoughts on that?
I've never seen that either. Normally she just goes for either, what is it?
No, I think it's just like the Trinity build, right? It's like the Corrosion Strike.
Yeah, it's like Trinity. Exactly.
Oh, actually, the middle lane. The Hayabusa does take care of this Eve with an easy pickup, actually. So just a clean kill for himself, boosting up his farm. Madness, making the moves.
It feels like from the first game they actually picked up and tried to play more safer now and try to get more farm, because that was the main issue beforehand. They were just initiating team fights and just losing most of them.
Oh yeah. Okay, actually in the bottom lane we're going to see Melissa going in a little bit onto Clint, but no, swift escape coming out from Clint. Knows that he can't really beat Melissa on a one-on-one fight. Oh, look at that damage coming from Windtalker actually. Just nukes his HP down and even has the Diggy to help out a bit as well. Oh, they're bringing in the Luyi as well. They really want to take down this Clint, but with a Fredrin actually coming into position here, scouted up by the rest of Euphoria hiding in the bush.
They might pick up some easy kills. They're all roaming together.
Oh yeah, for sure. In fact, my phone got too cold from the ice pack. It actually started messing with my camera. Oh, we're gonna see the implosion coming out. It's gonna go straight onto this Melissa. She's in a bit of danger, but has to get away from me spell, what I can't remember the name of again, but does get taken out in the end by this Clint. Big pickup coming out from Phoenix.
That was a really good kill.
Yeah, if you didn't realize already, this is Phoenix versus Euphoria. But Phoenix is the blue team. I know you're not too familiar with any of the South African teams, right? But you're gonna have to make
they're better than NA teams.
You think they're better than NA teams? Would you argue? Like
NA is
like I'm talking about mainly not teams. I'm talking about like mainly just like pub normal like ranked games and stuff. Are you quite impressed with how the South African players are playing?
Yes, I'm very impressed.
Okay, that's good to hear. Okay, we're gonna actually have Phoenix taking out the turtle relatively quickly here without contestation again. So Euphoria actually struggling quite a lot. I don't know what that Ala ulti was though. Anyway, we're gonna see a bit of a dive going onto the Ruby, but she's just gonna be fine. But the middle lane, Eve again getting taken out by this Hayabusa.
Oh, good job, Hayabusa. Keep going.
He's got this. He's popping off, dude. He's currently 2-0. I think he's probably top of the net worth. Yes, he is. But the All-Out somehow managing to stay in the lead in terms of money, actually, surprisingly. Going for the Bloodlust Axe on All-Out. That's a bit of an interesting one. Do you have any opinions on that?
Normally I see All-Out build tank items. I never really see him much lately building attack items.
True. Oh, there we go, the implosion actually onto Solo, onto this Ruby, but I mean, she's gonna be fine unless she has an... Oh, wait, no! With the help of the Eve, they actually burst her down, excuse me.
Like, I'm really impressed. Like, this team, both teams are really good. They know how to, farm well, roam pretty well as well.
Yeah, better than
like,
us.
I can just tell, like, these guys, they just play a lot together.
The Appraiser's Wrath, they're gonna come out and gets taken out by this this Clint with the snipe. But yeah, these teams definitely are very good at playing with each other. They seem to have a decent amount of synergy. Oh, wait, there we go. Oh, actually, the All-Out Goes straight away, gets the Diggy kill with a final slash as well. He's in a bit of danger from the Hayabusa. He's going to try and make it out of here. But there's the Ogi shadow kill. Should be able to finish off the Xylos relatively easily. And a killing spree for this Hayabusa.
So my question is, who do you favor to win all this?
So, I think this Diggy pick is really, really strong. It's definitely, it's gonna, in the later stages of the game, when the big team fights happen, this Tigreal is gonna have much less of an impact with this Diggy around. Even though Phoenix is leading by quite a substantial amount, this Hayabusa has been uncontested, and as I speak about him, I missed his kill across the map onto this Clint. You know, so I think this Hayabusa should be making all the space in order for this Melissa to get fed, and this Diggy will secure them the fights later on in the game as well.